I'm still going with that assumption of she's getting pastries.
Hell yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, this should be fun.
All right, everybody, roll your d20s and see who has to recap.
Oh, no.
It's not all that much to even recap, but okay. Oh no.
How strong.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
no.
Looks like Penelope gets to pick who recaps.
And I think it should be Aiden.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So
Shelly.
I feel like I'm picked on all the time for this thing. Recap.
I mean, I would, but...
Oh, you're good. I get you. So what had happened was Annis came back and told us about information she had gotten from an ex about the gambling boat. Penelope and Aiden both were on that kind of same wavelength where they're concerned there's going to be a trap, but not by person of said boat being the concern. There were extra potions made for being a human because Aiden's going to need them for where they're at now. So there was that. And then Penelope went out shopping for him to get him something that would actually fit. He's got like an XXL Spice Girls Extraordinaire pullover hoodie and some sweats. And we pretty much prepped all the stuff we needed to make our way there, and got the cafe. And we're all kind of seated and I guess ready to order food. We got a BB.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't know if Annis would have thought to do this, but I'm going to assume someone has a timer for Aiden's polymorph so that he can, sneak off to the bathroom and take another one if it wears off, if we're here that long.
Yeah, I know he's got that second one, because you've made one the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you made, oh, wait, no, because he tested the first one, and then you made another one, and then you made one more after that, too,
I mean,
right?
I didn't start a timer.
I know he definitely was
there should be two. Yeah, there are definitely two. So we have 2 hours to have this lunch.
And he made sure to have them pull him, he made sure not to waste it getting there. He wanted to get it, we pulled off to the side on this alleyway, so I would assume whoever was with him in the alleyway started a timer.
Well,
I think Annis was also there.
Doesn't realize that her phone can do a timer, so she's kind of just keeping track in her head.
That works for me.
Well, I mean, whenever she gets back from the counter, you guys can be like, hey, start a timer.
I don't think Annis would even think to do that.
I know Aiden's wary.
Oh dear, okay.
He's just like, I don't
Good
have
luck, horse boy.
Oh, yeah, I know, honestly.
Shelly, why are you so bitey today?
He's got the old-fashioned keeping track of time. He looks out to the sun.
There's probably a clock somewhere in the diner, too.
Yeah. There's a clock.
But yeah, it was mostly them kind of prepping for this. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it was a pretty simple session.
Yeah. Oh, and Irvine Clone Man Gilrathe has very cold hands.
Very cool. What?
Very cold hands. He got a Penelope shake. He's very awkward with it. So now we know.
Oh yeah.
He's got cold hands. And he's wearing a sweater.
In the spring, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, I also wear a sweater in the spring, but
it's probably cold. They're in London.
That's also fair. Yeah.
There's your bigger picture of him.
Dilf.
I like how there's a question mark.
Yeah.
He just looks tired.
Yeah, I mean, God, that's such my type.
Your type? Aiden's type?
No, my type.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, why you gotta be like a clone of a dude that's very sus and potentially like not also good. Like, why?
Who is
why?
also your type?
Who's also my type?
Just anyone Inosh possesses.
You know, maybe
Oh,
Inosh just has really good picking skills at like going
Maybe you
for
just like
some hot
trees.
ass. You know what? Yeah, I am a
Maybe
fucking tree
Inosh
hugger.
has the big DILF energy, but we didn't notice because he was mostly possessing a twink.
You know that one. Okay, hear me out. That twink was gonna be Dilf energy one day. Okay, he just didn't know it yet. Inosh saw the potential.
Oh boy. Okay. So yeah,
D&D!
we're here. We're in the cafe.
I can't
The
believe we're
same
having
chain
this
as the one
conversation
from
right
France.
now.
Really? You can't?
No, yeah, you're right. I can.
Fun.
gonna
All right.
say it.
Well, here you are. You're here. Penelope's getting.
Oh, I can
Pastries.
see Grace's token by the door now.
Oh, good. I don't know why
Yay.
she wasn't showing up for you lot last time. She was there the whole time. It was just weird. That undercover saber face, I guess. Good times.
You can't hide from me.
I mean, it's her presence concealment as an assassin, is what it is.
True.
But yeah, so you're here. You're sitting down. What's everybody doing since the conversation hasn't really started yet?
I mean, I'm getting pastries.
Fair?
Hmm.
Damn, my insight's so sucky now too. That's fucked. Everybody can lie to Iden right now. His poor little feeble human brain wouldn't know any better.
Crap, I'm totally blanking on the name of Vivi's disguise.
Oh.
Hither Saxcote?
Hither.
Yeah.
So, Hither, thank you for inviting us. Is this the kind of place where you go to the counter to get food, or does someone come around to take your order?
Oh yeah, you just order at the counter.
Fantastic. I think I will do that.
I will follow. I just gets up
Yeah,
and slowly
Okay.
waddles behind.
Oh my god, guys, you can't all go there at the same time.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's fair. I will do that afterwards.
do you want me to
Um,
order you something, Sunny?
I don't know what they have. You know my dietary restrictions, right?
I do. I will. Do you want me to order you something too? She's talking to Derek.
Sure. Can I get a smoothie?
Yeah, actually, hold on one.
All right, I will do that.
I don't know what that is, but if it's safe, can I have one too?
Absolutely.
Oh, yay. I mean, I totally know what one of those are.
Annis is gonna look for a menu.
It is
What's
up
a
on the
smoothie?
wall.
She's gonna look and see if there are smoothies.
There are many, many smoothies of many a fruit.
Cool.
Oh my gosh. Are we in a smoothie, King?
No.
You're not, but it
Chili-
has that feeling
No,
a
you're
little
not
bit.
at a smoothie king.
I am the king of smoothies.
No.
She's gonna look and see if there are any that are specifically for like workout bros.
There's a few. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I feel like smoothies are gonna be Iden's favorite fucking meal ever once he realizes what they
Like
are.
it's the various fruit smoothies, and you can do the add-ins like proteins and whatnot, vitamins, all that stuff. They've also got the wake up ones that are full of caffeine.
Yeah, Annis will order a couple of the ones that are specifically for like muscle boosting and energy boosting, stuff like that.
Oh no, don't put an energy booster in there.
Oh, good.
Don't do that.
And then for herself, she's gonna get one that has like caffeine.
All right. You do not have much trouble ordering this stuff.
Still also gonna pick up just like a handful of pastries.
That kitchen is gonna run out of pastries.
Oh no.
It's for the best. The woman working the counter is happy to take your order and your money and says that they will bring them right out to you.
Cool. Bloop. They'll bring us our food when they're done with it.
Okay, I hope you didn't order any pastries because I ordered like a mountain of pastries for the table.
Oh, I did also order some pastries. Well,
then
I guess we'll just have a lot of pastries.
I guess so.
I can go tell her to not.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Johnny. Did you need anything? I can go back and get you something.
No, I'm good. I'll
Okay.
do my part to fight the mountain of pastries.
Oh, she probably would have also asked for a pot of coffee, knowing that probably Penelope asked for a pot of coffee as well.
Yep. With a shot of espresso, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I like how you can tell when I made the tokens based on where the clock tower is in the background.
So, we've got our food coming.
Woo woo. Food.
Penelope's just gonna slam her hands on the table and be like, all right, so where have you been? And she's like pointing at Irvine.
Just cutting to the chase.
Ooh, getting
Yeah.
right to it. Okay.
Okay, he's gonna just stare across the table, kind of surprised by this moment.
Why don't we? Everyone at the table doesn't know everyone else, right? Why don't we introduce ourselves?
El-Melloi II is pinching the bridge of his nose as this plays out. You get the impression at least once in his life he's had to deal with people who are incredibly straightforward and without any social nuance.
Oh, she has social nuance. It's just, she doesn't want awkward table conversation part 2 electric boogaloo to happen.
That's fair.
I guess I'll go first. My name is Anis Greenleaf. I run a potion shop near here. I was invited along by Ruby because I wanted to meet the famous botanist Irvine Gilrathe.
So you can tell she's nervous.
Yeah, he's looking over the table and he's leaning forward and he kind of moves his glasses down his nose a little bit and looks over them at you. You can tell, Anis, that he's looking in the direction of your ears, which are currently hidden. But
Yep. It's just that your reputation really precedes you. I've heard a lot of things about you.
right, and would any of those be good things, or would it just be the usual blah 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 sellout, blah 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 secrets kind of stuff that I'm used to?
You know, a mix. You don't get to be like Irvine Gilrathe without, a lot of hearsay and whatnot. I'm gonna go, please.
Why does he sound like Ringo Starr?
Oh, there's a reason.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Hi, my name is Sunny Rowe. I am a student and I like plants. I would like to learn more about plants from you. Just stares. Aggressive eye contact.
You know I'm not a teacher, right?
Oh. But you can't
Well-
teach though, right?
You work for Clock Tower, so we just kind of assumed.
More of
Yeah.
a researcher.
Well, I mean, don't researchers also, like, tell people about things they learn? So in technicalities, they teach, right?
You,
I
there
mean,
is a
at
lot that you
times.
could of information that you could
No, it's
impart to us, even if you're not a teacher.
Oh, here's the Casablanca nightclub, where that's one of their photos. That's a gay bar too. Cool, totally cool as that.
Weird background sounds.
That's a drag bar.
yeah.
I take that as a
Huh?
no, as a
Hmm?
yes. Impart knowledge.
Oh, were you asking a question?
Yeah, to him, he was like, I mean, you might not be like a teacher, but I mean, still kind of
Yeah.
like you learn things.
Got it.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of information you could impart to us, even though you're not a teacher.
What exactly are you trying to learn?
Plants.
More about plants.
That is a broad topic, as I'm sure you're aware.
Right. We just heard a lot about your research. Well, we've heard that you're doing research, and a little bit about what it's about, but that's really it.
Do all
And
sorts of
yeah,
research.
to be honest, I've heard a lot about how you're apparently a sellout, and I wanted to find out more about the infamous Irvine Gilrathe druid sellout.
Right, yeah,
Find
that's
out
a
if it's,
common one.
you
The
know.
druids are not very happy with me, but it's a funny thing there.
I like funny things.
Yeah, if you ever want to get anywhere in the world, you've got to be willing to work with people, and hiding off in the woods in your own little circles and not sharing any information is a great way to make sure that information gets lost as people die out.
Exactly.
Oh. No, I do agree with that.
So I came to Clock Tower some time ago. I started codifying some of the things that I'd learned along the way. There's a bit of tit-for-tat trading with some information, nothing too secret, but just some more than they usually get. Like, I didn't teach them the language or anything, but I definitely taught some of the things that I know to some of Clock Tower people, and they taught me some of the things that they know. I feel like I got a little bit more of an understanding of the world as a whole by comparing, but you tell that to people back in the circles and they get all up in arms because they're so secretive about their ability to do things. Not like I taught people how to turn into a goat or anything.
I mean, that's pretty fair, actually. I don't know. That seems like not crazy.
But they're all traditionalists, and as far as I can tell, they're still afraid of actually picking up a metal fork, so whatever.
Wait. Oh. Looks over at the table. Looks at everyone else. Is that a thing here?
Yeah, you didn't know forks are made of metal?
No, it didn't. It's like there's nothing.
Yeah. No, I just meant like that's still a thing.
Yeah, if you spend too much time around the traditionalist druids, they're very against using metal for much of anything.
So you use metal?
Do I?
Yeah.
Of course I use metal. It's just a tool.
I mean,
So like, okay.
Sonny, if you're worried about the cutlery, you could just use a plastic fork and knife. Those are things.
Oh no, I'm learning about the druid history right now. Don't mind me. I'm really intrigued. Like, what kind of druid are you? Are you allowed to tell me what kind of druid you are?
What kind, per se?
Which circle? Like, for
Well-
example, I am Circle of the Land.
I'm Circle of the Excommunicated from all the circles, but if you're asking what circle I was in before, it was also the land.
It's a good one.
Which one?
I said it's a good one.
Oh. Yeah, it's a really solid one. If you're, like, I was always drawn to it because kind of with the mindset that you can learn how to do the cool magecrafty stuff. Might as well learn actual spells. It was my calling, it's where I went, it's where I learned it, but they're very secretive. And eventually, when I got the impression that they weren't going to budge on this, like, not a big secret, but the world's kind of in the shitter right now, so decided to go for answers somewhere else, and price of doing business, give a little, take a little. But once you start sharing any secrets at all, you're pretty much out, so of course I doubled down and joined Clock Tower. Wasn't much left for me back home.
Interesting.
So, are you studying other circles or not doing druid stuff anymore?
I've been more studying the history of other things related. Like, I did some work with her over there. He tilts his head over towards Hither. Ancient history, you know, worlds of myth and mystery, magecraft rooted to old plants and whatnot, figuratively and literally. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that circles have going on makes sense, but the world's been changing around them and they're just losing their efficacy. But there are myths going back forever. And plants are kind of universal, whether or not you want to take it as a case of the, you know, importance of agriculture in different societies or what. But like, you go to the Norse, you have the world tree. You go to the Greeks and you've got your, you know, golden apples, your ambrosias, your worlds of trees again. It's common with stuff. You go east, no shortage of trees there too. Like, that feels like if there's any kind of unifying element across the world, it's going to boil down to trees, the moon, and floods. So started digging around in other places, and you're not going to find a lot of new information from the people that hide in the woods all day. Sure, they'll see trees, but they only see their trees. They don't travel as much as they used to. So I get pulled on these archaeology bits. I get pulled on consultations. Hell, just the other day, I was off on this expedition up north. We were checking out some old forest stuff, and then when I got back, everyone acted like it had been forever, but I don't remember it taking that long.
Where did you go, out of curiosity?
Scandinavia.
Huh.
Really, it was a bit of a tour. We wandered a bit across the entire north. Very cold. Still cold, but no, we were looking around. We were tracking down some of the old runic stuff. I was pulled in on this expedition because they understood that it might be a bit easier to pass some of these things if they brought along someone with a bit more of the primal spellcasting experience, you know? Someone who can actually read the druidic should we come across it, because I'm not going to teach them druidic, but
Okay,
it's a useful thing to be able
Yeah,
to
I
read.
was thinking it too.
I was like,
What were you
so
thinking?
just like when you said runic, I was like, language of the gods, runic, and I was like, wait, no, rip,
Druidic, yeah.
druidic, runic, yeah. I was like, hold on a second.
I mean, they're related.
I mean, he might still ask that question. He's just like sparkles in his eyes right now. He's like, so like.
I mean, you have an understanding that there are different foundations of magecraft, and a lot of the druidic magecraft is based more in the ancient runes. So
Oh.
they would also tie back to, like, Age of Gods and stuff like that.
Oh. So, like, how good are you at reading ruins? Just like...
I mean, it's a bit of a loaded question. I guess it depends on the runes, because a lot of them have been lost. A lot of them are just sort of kept in that hoard by the Wandering Sea who don't want to share anything. There's a lot of secrets, like really deep secrets that I don't understand, but I probably know more than most. That's why they bring me along.
How did you learn how to read runes?
There's a few different ways, but believe it or not, I learned a fair bit of it from trees.
No, I believe
Oh.
that.
You find a sufficiently old
Smart.
tree, see what it knows, see what it's learned. There was a time where people would carve them into the trees. So if you find some trees that remember it and have the scars, you can learn a bit.
I need notes. This is so much learning. Is there like a napkin on the table?
You can find one, yeah.
I'll find one. Where are the Crayolas?
Oh my god.
Hey, where's that thing? That thing from last time at the one food place that we had that was really
Are
cool.
you talking about crayons?
Yeah, the crayons.
Why do you want...
I gotta
she's
take
just
notes.
gonna slide a pen across the table and be like, "No, just take
don't
that,
you... Here, take my notebook.
or do
if you're
that."
Gonna take notes.
And he grabs it, just full fist, and just
Oh
starts
my
trying to
God.
draw a tree.
No.
Great.
Here, I'll take notes for you, Sonny.
No, I got this. I got this. And he just starts
No,
aggressively,
let-
like, the
let-
poor crayon
hold
just
on.
breaks in his hand. Oh, shit.
Just let her do it. We all know
Wait,
she
where
has
did you get a
better hand.
crayon?
What?
Where did you get a crayon?
You're handed a pen.
You just broke
Ow.
my pen in half.
Oh no.
Thanks. But anyway, I was going to say let her do it because she has better handwriting. Just staring at him like, please get the hint. It's like she's
Oh.
got better handwriting, and she also doesn't destroy my stuff.
Well, look at my tree. And he just pulls up the fucking, like, ripped napkin. Looks
That's
great.
not no. That's
You
not
always
gonna.
did suck at taking notes. I'll take the notes if there are any notes to take. It's fine.
Write down tree, really old, and potentially scars. They know things.
Yeah, we gotta work on your note taking. This is
The
not
best
good.
Sure.
teacher, the best teacher is a tree. No offense, Sir El-Melloi II or Mr. Irvine. I mean, granted, to be fair, you just told me that a tree is a really good teacher,
I mean, they're both tall enough to be trees.
but they aren't trees.
That's not my fault.
Why has it got to be
Wait.
about being tall?
There's a teacher too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And Irvine technically is not a teacher.
But anyway, you
Boy, those
said
smoothies are taking a while.
I was saying, you said you said that you weren't gone that long, but everybody was acting like it had been a while.
Yeah, and actually your mountain of pastries is arriving while he picks up the conversation. So you've got a mountain of pastries and beverages. They've all been brought out. And then a much smaller stack of pastries for Annis. Yeah, it's a
Alright,
weird
everyone
thing.
destroy
Yeah.
Pastry Mountain.
I made sure to order you both protein shakes that you like, because I know you boys love your exercise.
Yeah.
Thank you. Derek awkwardly sips while the conversation goes on.
Aiden watches and does the same thing.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. We run down some leads. We were researching some Old Norse stuff, and we had a lead on what we thought might have been well, whether or not it was actually it or not, there were stories and rumors that this location had one of the old trees. Like the one that, Yggdrasil, Tree of Life and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it seemed very unlikely we'd find that, but we had a feeling there might be something to it. So myself and some others, we went on a little bit of an expedition there. And then, while we were looking into it, I distinctly remember finding a tree that was very big and very old. And it did seem to be quite vocal once I started talking to it. But after a few conversations, I decided it would be a good idea to take precautions because it was very old and very strong. So I went back to my workshop for a little bit, and I created a simulacrum to send back in my stead. And unfortunately, I think something got mixed up. And anyway, I'm not really sure what happened after that, but when I went to work the next day, everyone acted like I'd been gone for a year. And someone went through my lab, and they took some of my things, and I don't really know what's going on there.
I am so sorry.
slash...
Can you repeat what you just said?
Which part?
No. This is out of character.
Oh.
Can you please repeat what you were just saying?
It's gone.
I
Great,
can't.
Thanks.
Gotcha. Yeah, so we were researching in the north and a possible lead for what might have been a remnant of Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life from Norse mythology, and we'd found such a tree that at least could have passed for such a thing. After a few conversations with it, it seemed a bit very old and very powerful. So as a precaution, I did a tree stride. Well, I did a transport via plant specifically, back to my workshop here in Botany, and I spent half a day making myself a simulacrum just in case. And then,
so can I / do I need to roll anything to find out what a simulacrum is?
You can roll Arcana.
Arcana?
I was going to ask him straight out.
16?
Yeah, that's enough. Simulacrum is a very rare higher level arcane magecraft thing. It's usually the realm of sorcerers and wizards. But you can essentially create a copy of someone, and that copy will be like an imprint from that point in time. It doesn't learn, it doesn't get better or stronger. It is not, if it's a spellcaster, it's not nearly as potent as the original because it can't recover spell slots. If it gets hurt, it just takes damage. Eventually, if it dies, it turns back into essentially a pile of snow. It's like you build a snowman copy of a person and you send it out to do whatever. But it's high level magecraft. It's not a thing that people can just do. You have to study it, you have to find someone to teach you how to do it, and you obviously have to be very experienced.
And druids don't normally get access to that kind of magic.
No, it's not a druid spell.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha.
So what I'm hearing is, oopsie-daisy, simulacrum is here, and Irvine definitely done got fucked up.
Can I roll Arcana as well to see what Penelope would know?
Yeah.
Or...
I'm just gonna ask him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do
so
we
on
have
top
any
of
extra info?
Yeah, on top of what Annis knows, Penelope knows all that, but she also knows that specifically it's a high level wizard spell. And it's something that really just comes to wizards and occasionally bards who steal that knowledge. They can only ever have one. If you create a new one, the old one goes away. And because they can't ever recover spell slots, if you make a copy of one, if you make a copy of yourself, for instance, then the new one will have limited usefulness because it never gets its spell slots back. And if it gets hurt, like I said, you have to go through a lot to recover them. Most people don't bother if they even have one at all. It's very rare. Like, people in Clock Tower at the high end might use them, but most couldn't. In order for him to be able to do this, he would have to somehow get the ability to cast high-level wizard spells, even though most of his background is druid. So that's strange. Like, this is very weird that he could do it.
Gotcha.
With either of our
talking,
roles, do
Yeah.
we know if the simulacrum is supposed to go away when the original died?
Nothing says it would.
Okay.
It is an independent being that happens to be completely loyal to the original and incapable of surpassing the original.
Okay.
So Penelope's gonna look at him and be like, so have you tried to use any magecraft since you got back?
Oh, actually, for both of your roles, one other thing that would be helpful for you to know. You know that Clover cast Flesh to Stone on Johnny.
Yeah.
That's not a druid spell. That's a wizard spell.
No.
So...
Yeah, he was casting other spells that also weren't druid spells.
Yeah. So this is another thing to sort of throw into that pile, assuming direct spell set. Okay, I think you were asking a question when I cut you off.
Yeah, she was asking him if he's attempted any magecraft since he's gotten back from the trip.
No, not really. I haven't really had much of a reason to. Honestly, I got back and I went to work, found out some of my stuff was taken, did a quick look around, called in policies to find out who'd been through my workshop. Policies freaked out, like, why was I here? Got some side-eye from a lot of them.
And
on account
go ahead.
of they seem to think that I was an imposter. Just ridiculous. But be that as it may, I'm pretty sure they've been following me. In fact, I wouldn't be too shocked if at least one of the people in this place is one of them on disguise on account of their brood.
She's just gonna stand up and go sit beside him and, like, elbows on the table, just, like, stare at him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can I help you?
And when you got back, did you come back through the tree or did you just kind of wake up?
You mean when I came back from making the simulacrum, or...
I guess out of character. You said that he made the simulacrum and then went back to Scandinavia,
that's what he said,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean when you got back from Scandinavia.
Oh, you know, now that you mention it, I don't really remember. I remember making the simulacrum, and then I remember getting ready to walk back, and then...
You said there were other people with you in Scandinavia. Do you know what happened to them?
I can't rightly remember. It's strange. I don't remember anything after we made the simulacrum. Well, I made the simulacrum, but...
mind me asking a kind of personal question, how do you know how to make one of those?
It was a bit of a doozy. Yeah, it's one of those things that you notice he's kind of pausing, like he's trying to remember stuff, and he can't. What? I learned it. I learned a lot of spells, but I've got gaps.
It's not.
In my head.
That's not something a druid normally can do. We're just curious about that.
No, I learned it from working with others, and did I learn it from a wizard or did I learn it from trees? Who taught me that? Did I get it from... Who taught me that? I don't know. I've got holes in my head.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's quite troubling.
She's gonna hold. Oh my god.
So sorry.
You're good. She's gonna hold out her hand and be like, "Can I see your palm for a minute?"
Sure.
Yeah.
And he holds his hand out to you.
So,
Like, all right, I'm gonna do a quick palm reading here. Is there anything weird about his hand, other than just being really freaking cold?
As far as you can tell, it's just really cold.
Is there? But it basically looks like a regular old hand.
Yeah.
No, like, oh my god, he has no fingerprints or anything
Right.
like that.
Nope, it's just really cold.
She's like,
this
I see
might
a
be
very. Oh. What?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say something stupid. Don't worry about it.
This might be a bit of a weird question, but you don't... Have you ever considered being a Circle of the Spores druid? You don't have any sudden fondness for mushrooms? Anything like that?
I mean, they're not bad on pizza.
Okay. Not hearing any weird voices?
Not to my recollection.
Cool.
The Circle of
checking.
Spores always seemed a bit weird. You know, I met a few of them in my time, but mostly they do that weird cloud thing, and it's just gross.
Right? Yeah. Just wondering.
That does leave a question, though. You said you were researching how to find older trees, right? Like trees of life?
Yeah, I was looking into it. So I've been working on my own end to try to see if there are ways to use old methods to bring back things that were lost. Like, are you familiar with the concept of a seed vault?
No. Please tell me more.
So the idea is that if you're worried about something happening to the environment that might kill off a plant, you can take some of its seeds and you can lock them away safely in controlled temperature environment and then revive them later on under safer conditions. Obviously the world has been getting worse for some time, so a number of groups have been prepping themselves for that. But I was of the mindset of, if we thought to do that now, there's a good chance that there were others in the past, like druids, wizards, what have you, who might have done that with old things. You know, if you've got some kind of ingredient to a potion that might be the panacea or the ambrosia or something of your culture, you might save some of those seeds for later. Like, there's no shortage of ways to keep things safe for long periods of time in the world of Magecraft, so I spent some of my time trying to find them. And I was hoping that perhaps I could find some relics of old trees or old plants that way, and maybe bring back some lost knowledge.
That is a very noble pursuit. Study, line of study. She just like takes a big old swig of her milkshake, or not
Yeah.
milkshake, smoothie.
Yeah, it's just of the general mindset that, like, I'm under no illusion that the druids aren't trying, but there are plenty of people that are sticking in the circles and doing what they can there. I was willing to go outside and try to work with other resources, like
So
Clock
did
Tower.
you find like trees of life seeds?
I mean, I was hoping to.
Nobody kind of walked up to you and was like, "Hey, I found some." Like,
That'd
like
be pretty
you,
absurd if that happened. I wouldn't believe them.
I mean, I wouldn't either. I mean, I wouldn't, but
No, for the most part, I
Yeah.
was hoping that I could find maybe some kind of old workshop that was properly sealed, and perhaps find something in that that I could bring back. Like I've had some amount of fortune in the past. At one point I was looking into old dryads. You know, they've been gone for ages, but
oh,
I was but I
Joe
was
Yeah,
looking into them.
smoothie.
You
He's
okay
just
there,
like,
Sonny? Just reaches across Derek and like slaps him on the back a couple times. You okay?
yeah, sorry. This
Don't-
smoothie's really good.
Yeah, don't drink too fast, bud.
It really hurts actually. Like really painful, but I can't
Yeah,
stop.
I don't recommend breathing smoothie. That's not a great idea.
Very
Wouldn't
cold.
Don't
recommend it
recommend
either.
it.
Oh,
But everyone knows that dryads don't exist anymore. It's fine.
No, not anymore, but that was the I was wondering why it is that we have some things still around, like blights, for example, still exist. Not common, but they exist. Like I've seen them in my
Oh.
studies. But
Lerps
And I
what
don't like them.
what if there was a way to see why some of these things exist, and then use them like we do in other plants, to take some traits in those and try to bring back others. Like perhaps we could bring back dryads, perhaps we could bring back tree ents, perhaps we could bring back
Penelope's just gonna like smack Aiden and just be like, get back.
I need more smoothie. I finished it. I need more. It's really good.
you're gonna
I
get
will
brain
give you
freeze.
another one. Sit back down, Sonny.
I mean, I feel like I can get my own smoothie.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of what I've been researching for some time now. Like, I want to know it's possible to bring back things that we've lost using the things that have survived.
I mean, that is a very interesting study.
And I also think that if I could get my hands on some old seeds, I could probably bring back some old things. If I get my hands on some, get my hands on some blights, or get my hands on some other, I mean, I'm not a spores druid, but I can understand that myconids are still around. Perhaps getting some of
So-
those.
Pardon me for interrupting, but you said if you can find some blights, so you've never found any?
I've seen them, but I've never really been able to acquire them. They're
Right.
kind of little monsters.
Yeah, I mean, they're not great.
They are very good at blending in with their environment when they don't want to be seen, and they only make themselves seen when they're attacking you.
Yep.
So I've never
I'm
been
very
able to
familiar with
properly
that, unfortunately.
obtain them. Are you? Have you encountered them?
Yeah. More than I honestly wish I had.
Do you happen to know where? I would be fascinated in an opportunity to acquire some.
Oh, they're dead now. Don't worry.
Oh, it's fair then,
Not
I
a good
guess.
not a good research opportunity there.
Well, be that as it may, I feel like there's a world of possibility there.
Weird question. Have you ever been to Germany?
I mean, occasionally for work studies, but anywhere in particular, like Berlin or?
Oh god, I am blanking on the name of it.
Oh, the name,
I
the
should
name of the
look
town
it
that
up.
was the closest to the castle?
Yeah. Oh no.
That was a long
I don't
time
remember
ago.
either.
I have it written down somewhere and I don't know where I have it written down. Oh god.
Oh no. That's okay. Aiden is fucking shut ass quiet right now. This boy's got like fucking seeds upon seeds in his goddamn bags. He's not saying I got
Like, hold on, pretend that I am definitely just remembering this off the top of my head. Hold, please, hold
I've
please.
actually.
ordered
I-
another round of smoothies and another pot of coffee for you,
Oh,
Ruby.
smoothie, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it
the
should be
It's not.
soon.
It's not cologne. It's not cologne.
no.
Like
And then I
between-
had something called White
Cologne
Rabbit.
was where Penelope was originally
White
going,
Rabbit?
but you ended up stopping over at Koblenz and then Bud Breisig.
Yeah, and then there was. I have something about White Rabbit Field.
Yes, that is where things ultimately were.
Okay, but yeah, she's gonna be like, "Have you ever been to a town called like White Rabbit something or another?"
It's like, there it is, Weiberhausfeld.
I'm going with
Hey,
it with
session one
White Rabbit
notes.
Field. You do not
Yeah.
want me to try and pronounce that.
That's fair. No, I don't believe I've done
You know
that before.
that, but in German.
Why, is that where you found blights? Should I go there?
No, I wouldn't recommend it. It's kind of a boring town. There's not really anything there worth looking into.
Okay.
But I don't know. You just look like someone who's been to a lot of places and seen a lot of things.
No, I've definitely been to a lot of places. I've done a few tours with the archaeology team, digging up some sites, mostly in Northern Europe, like I said, but I've been out of town a bit. But yeah, mostly I've been just trying to find things to bring back if I could. It's a source of research for me, and on account of the medicinal purposes of some of these things that I could bring back, Clock Tower continues to fund me.
I want to do an insight check on him, like, which is how, like, he's being honest about the whole
Yeah.
blight to dryads and medical, and like a genuine, like,
Yeah,
not sinister
I do
purpose
too.
for them.
go for it. You can all roll one if you want.
Fuck
Heck
my
yeah.
life.
Hayden, this dude seems totally legit.
100%.
I was on.
Annis,
Oh,
this
yeah.
dude seems totally legit.
I was on a 19 and it sat there and it
Penelope,
turned
we're
out
help
and I
me,
want to
help.
cry.
Penelope, this dude seems totally legit.
No!
Oh, we're all fucked. Oh,
Oh no! Oh, that's not great.
oh, well, we all believe it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't want to
This
believe
guy
in
seems
it.
pretty on the level for someone that you've been told your entire life was just a selfish opportunist.
Can I make an investigation check?
What are you investigating and how?
I want to look and see if there's any like anything off about his clothing or anything that would indicate that he is a simulacrum. Like, I don't know, maybe he has like a scratch or something that isn't healing quite right, or like
Okay.
I want to look for something that might be off.
Okay, yeah, you can roll investigation for that.
Okay.
Oh,
You know,
Jesus.
that's the opposite.
Well, there you go.
that is a 20 plus 3.
Okay. Yeah, let me.
You notice that he is slowly melting into a pile of snow.
That would be unfortunate. You notice that he's wearing Mr. Frosty's hat.
Oh no. You notice
I figured that's kind of like where we all were on the same
page.
page. It just seemed like he was a semi.
Oh yeah, no, that is
Mhm.
gotta be it 100%.
It's all a matter of, do we tell him or do we let him continue to go about his business until inevitably he dies?
I would be 100% shocked if it was the opposite.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Just telling that straight out is probably like traumatic, probably for this.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe not in the middle of a cafe.
Yeah. I mean, luckily we have someone on the team who likes fire.
No, don't melt him.
Yeah, we've got no reason.
The guy is harmless.
Well, maybe
Careful
not.
about that, but
Well, we got to figure that out first. But if the dude's just living his like Olaf life, let him live.
No.
No,
He's
no, I want to
not
kill him even
Olaf.
more.
Absolutely
I
not.
wanna
No.
kill him now. I was okay with letting him live before, but now that you've compared him to Olaf, he must die.
No, because it's literally like, do we tell him?
No.
You have
Exactly.
to let it
There's an
go.
exact scene to that, and you just say no.
Man, I just made a Frozen pun and it went under the radar.
It fucking did. That's why I
Upsetting.
was like, I caught it. I thought you knew. Do we tell him that he melts? Like,
so from your investigation,
He's not gonna
check,
survive in the summer.
Also, you, Aiden, don't know what a simulacrum is.
I know.
Wait, do we know if they melt or what?
Maybe I should
from
hear
your
the
rolls,
details
like,
that the DM
he's
is
not
about to
gonna
give me.
melt. Like he's made of ice, but he's still like a copy of the person. The main problem for him, which both of you would be aware of, is that he is animated ice. So if he ever goes somewhere, like, it's technically an illusion spell. So if he ever goes into like an anti-magic field, he will fall apart.
Don't take him into the gambling casino.
And
No wonder Clock Tower has had policies after him this whole time. He's one big illusion.
Right. And like Clock Tower has bounded fields up left and right for checking for illusions, which is part of why you had to have actual mundane disguises to get in. You could probably piece together that they're not letting him get to actual Clock Tower. They've just been rerouting him to more public spaces and preventing him from going into work because he might melt. If he goes into the wrong area, and he's still got information they want.
That's fair.
So, what do I get from that 23?
So yeah, he seems to be, aside from being cold, he looks like he's a perfect copy of a person. However, you notice that he has a watch, and the watch is stopped, and it doesn't seem to have been a thing that he notices. You notice from the clothing that he's wearing that he has covered, like, most of his body. He does have the turtleneck on, even though it's kind of warm. Long sleeves, long pants. Most of his skin is, concealed. Like, you can't tell from the picture, but he's wearing gloves. Like, he pulled them back for you to do your palm reading thing, but like, he seems to be minimizing people seeing his skin, but that could just be a trait of the guy that he's, was before. Based on the version that you saw later, or specifically that Aiden saw later, late form Irvine is in a much worse state. But this one doesn't seem to have those problems.
Yeah, trust me, I've been thinking about that in the back of his head.
This seems to just be a copy of him before everything went to shit. So whatever happened to the original one after he was left in the lab, essentially, was bad.
Yeah.
He has been keeping in that gag reflex right now.
And because you rolled high in the investigation, I'm going to count that as putting some pieces together.
Mm-hmm.
Timeline-wise, this guy seemed to have gotten up and active about the same time that Clover got knocked out in the big fight. Because remember, he was unconscious for a second while he was on fire. This
Oh,
guy seemed to wake
yeah.
up at about that point in time. And then when you were sneaking up on Clover, he was scrying on something. So on your nat 20 there, Penelope's kind of piecing together that maybe the condition for this guy getting up was like Clover getting knocked out. And then Clover was keeping an eye on this loose end that he probably wasn't even aware of.
Mm. So she's going to tap on his arm and just kind of indicate that she wants to whisper something to him.
All right. He leans a little bit closer, cautiously, but he does it.
Okay, can I ask you a really odd personal question?
Sure.
Okay. Do you happen to know someone named Clover Mandrake?
He's gonna roll to see if he remembers, because his memory is bad right now. No, I don't believe so.
I want an insight check.
Sure. He doesn't seem to remember anyone by that name. Sincerely.
Hmm.
Why, is he a friend of yours?
No, I thought he might be a friend of yours.
No, I don't really remember that name. I think it would stand out. I mean, granted, there's no shortage of plant-named people. Looks at you,
I mean,
looks
that's
at
fair.
Annis.
And, another kind of odd question. What do you remember that tree saying? I just
Yeah,
asked what you
me
did.
just now realizing you guys are all big.
Let them have height.
Let
Yeah, it was a
Vivi
bit
be
weird.
tall.
It was very strange. So we found that tree, and I gave it a talking to for a bit, and I got the impression from it that it was offering deals. And like, I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna just take a tree's deal. That's weird. Like, I was interested in learning, not changing. But you ever have someone come to you with like information, but it's gonna cost something, and they're very vague about what the cost is?
Right.
Yeah, that's what that was. So I think that's part of why I came back and I made a simulacrum, just in case. You know, if anything gets shaky, then my simulacrum would pop up and it would go and rescue me or something.
And so you did you go back and take what it was offering you?
I don't remember doing that.
But is
Did the
that why you
tree-
went back?
I mean, I thought I was going to go back just to see what I could learn about it.
So
Did that
what was
tree
it?
have a
What was it
name?
of?
Did the tree have a name?
Yeah.
It didn't give me a name. It's not a common concept among trees.
What did the tree offer?
I mean, it was offering all kinds of stuff. It was offering knowledge, offering runes. It was offering wisdom.
But what was it specifically that you were interested in?
Well, I was looking to find Yggdrasil. I mean, that's a big deal tree. If it exists, it would have knowledge. Like, it's what Odin went to gain his wisdom. And I was hoping that maybe I could find something that could help us sort out some of the problems of the world. You know, obviously, yes, like, big picture, path to the swirl of the root and all that. You know, mage, go to the source of everything, whatever. Like, I'm not that optimistic. But I was hoping more that I could find something that could maybe shed a little bit of light on how to fix this problem of the world slowly going to shit.
And you said this tree was in Scandinavia?
I think so, yeah.
Is that like the city?
What?
Well, no, don't.
Is there like an exact location? Is that the exact location?
That is a very vague location.
So we went to Scandinavia and we were digging around in some ruins and we wandered through a bit of a tunnel that went down, and before I knew it, we were in a very strange and different place. We took a
Stop
look
right there.
around.
Question. And you're just like crawling across the table. It's like,
No.
what does the sky look like?
Sky? It was oddly enough, it was a pretty shade of red. Maybe pink.
It's just squishing
I
the
thought it
fucking
was sundown,
smoothie.
but I wasn't entirely sure. I wasn't there that long.
All right, I don't need to know anymore. I already know. No, I'm fine. I'm gonna get another smoothie. I ruined this one. I need to get up. Oh, okay.
Here, Sonny, take some money so you can actually pay.
Oh yeah, money. Okay, I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna make sure he doesn't run up a wall.
Figuratively, of course.
Sure.
Can't actually run up walls. That would be silly.
Excuse me, nice ma'am, at the counter.
Yes?
Could I have a thing of smoothie?
Sure. What
Hey.
flavor?
Oh fuck.
Get the strawberry. Just get the strawberry.
Strawberry, please. And he slaps the money down.
Oh, of course. Doop. And transactions occur.
Grabs the smoothie. He's like, just give me a second, Derek. I'm gonna need. And
You
fucking
know, if you do
chugs
that
the
too fast, you're
smoothie.
gonna get a headache, right?
Oh, he's already committed. He's already just stressed out. He knows exactly where that fucker went. He knows exactly what tree that he talked to. My head hurts, but it's not as painful as what I just felt over there. Oh, that's cold. Okay. How do I politely tell this man? Oh, I can't. Oh. Okay. Oh, Derek, I'm stressed. What time is it? How long have we been in here for?
You've been here for like maybe 20 minutes.
Oh, it feels like forever. Is this what human time feels like? I mean, human time.
I mean,
It feels like it's been an hour.
Yeah.
the time is, you know, an illusion and whatnot. But
Oh,
also,
okay.
just to clarify, because it seems really important the way that you're doing the ants in your pants dance. You know how to pee as a human, right?
Oh. Oh shit. Derek, no, I don't.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right, so come on,
Okay.
over here.
Okay. Yeah, Derek.
All right, now go in there. There will be a seat.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I have faith in you.
Oh, no.
Wait, what do I do?
You use the seat. There's a little. Yeah, I'm gonna show. Okay, so yeah, when you're done, pull this thing right here,
Just...
and then it will
Watches
go
this
away. It is
happening.
magical. It is great.
Whoa.
Wash your
He
hands.
pulls it.
Wash
Okay.
your hands.
Okay. Hey, look at it going in a circle.
Yeah, it would go the other way if we were in the southern hemisphere. It's crazy. Anyway, all right, closing the door now. Bye.
Okay, do I have to go right now?
I don't know. I just want you to know how, since you just drank
Oh.
2 smoothies.
Oh, that's very fair.
Free.
That is very fair. Okay.
We are classy.
So can you tell
This
us
is
more
PG
about
right here.
the place where you found the tree?
I mean, it was the end of a tunnel. It was very strange. I assume we wandered into someone's bounded field or something. Some old lab.
And this tunnel was in Scandinavia, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Good boy.
continue.
Yeah, that's where we found that tree. And so I thought it was a bit sketchy. So the rest of the group stayed behind. I came back and I went to my lab because if I'm going to spend 12 hours casting a spell, I want to do it right. And
That's
then
fair, that's
I
fair.
went back there, and I don't remember what happened after that.
Were you attacked by anything when you went there?
I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't remember being attacked by anything. I don't know that I
I've
want
just
to go
always
back if I
heard
was.
dangerous things hang out by old trees. It's
That's
a
probably true.
saying where I come from.
I'm not familiar with being attacked by anything, but I mean, I'm sure there's always dangers on these things. I mean, you can ask Saxcote over there. We've had our fair share of dangers when we're digging around ruins. It's true. We had to do the Indiana Jones boulder thing once. Yeah, that was not good. That was not a good cardio day. Ugh.
Okay, Annis is familiar with Indiana Jones.
Like
Penelope
through
is,
all of this
completely
waivers,
breaking
just sitting
character.
there letting people talk.
Yeah, Penelope's gonna completely break character for like 2 seconds and be like, "You never told me that story."
Gotta say something for later.
Okay, but like, and you said you don't remember anybody that went with you on this trip, or where they are.
I mean, it was just another expedition type thing. I mean, we hire freelancers from time to time. I don't really know too much about that group.
Do you have like their contact information?
I don't, but you could probably get it from it was the law
Like
department who
their
put this one together.
I was gonna say, if they've got addresses, we can send letters.
I mean, yeah, you could
If they
go
have phone numbers,
inquire
you can
with the
call
law
them.
department. They're the ones who set this one up. They called me in for it.
Speaking of lore department, who runs lore department? Just questions.
Who runs the law department of Clock Tower?
Yeah.
It's a broad category. Now I have to look up who ran it in 2005.
Like, I'm not in that department. Why would I know?
The chart is so big. It gets bigger every time FGO introduces a new everything. Alright, who's in charge of lore as of this point in time? Doop, doop, doop. Oh, well, that's funny. So it's fun, like, unrelated to what we're doing, just whenever I pull up the flowchart and see that they've added more and more and more characters to it. Yeah, so... Huh. I don't think it actually has a stated leader. Well, guess I'll make up a character later. And we'll say that's what he said.
Yeah.
That's really strange that the Faculty of Lore only has 2 characters in Type Moon.
There's a joke there somewhere.
You would think.
Overworked and understaffed. Sounds like
Oh,
school in general.
you might find this funny since you're playing through the Lost Belts now. One of them is David.
Like the heroic spirit.
No. The
Oh, David. Gotcha,
David.
gotcha.
Yeah, the crypter.
The crypter. That is funny.
Yeah. I didn't realize he was that. That's cool, I guess. Regardless, he'll say a character name, and I'll let you know who that is later once I flesh out who they are. I don't want to just say something off the cuff on that. I really thought that was going to be in the chart, but no. The Department of Lore, of all departments, doesn't have any description. Weird.
Mysterious.
You know, it's Johnny Clock Tower, or whoever. Stand in.
Obviously not a person that any of us have heard of.
Yeah, like, apparently this is not super widely known information, and most of you are not familiar with Clock Tower hierarchy anyway.
Nope.
Presumably Waver would know as well, but once I stat out who that person is, now that I have to, I'll let you know who it is.
Yay.
I don't feel bad about the fact that I didn't build a hierarchy for Clock Tower. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Really thought that someone else would have done that for me by now.
I mean, you know, seems like a thing they would have.
You would think.
You would.
Oh well. But yeah, they'd probably have the record of who was on that one. Truth be told, I work more with the archaeology department than the law department, but they're the ones who wanted to look into this, so that's what we did.
So, Lord Department, you said Lord Department wanted you to look into Yggdrasil, and then you had a team. Okay, but it started with lore, and then went to botany, and then botany got a cool team.
So the way
And
it
now you're
worked
here.
was that I've been a part of the botany department since I left the circles, but I occasionally do work with the archaeology department or the lore department when they're doing field research and they need someone with more plant expertise or with more knowledge of druidic runes than they have. But
Okay.
more of a freelance situation.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, I learned a lot. Did you have any more questions?
It was interesting to get your perspective on this. I had a feeling that all of the talk of you being a traitor was just blown out of proportion, mostly.
Yeah, it's a bit much, but what do you expect? The druidic circles are not exactly open-minded for any new ideas. Like, last I checked, I had the option of getting chewed out by this really old furbolg, or I could sit and wait as I age at human rates and the elder elves wait for things to just get better on their own. So, kind of ran out of patience with it and had to find something else out, but they're not going to take that very well.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So, question then.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, your whole thing is you're trying to find, like, what was lost and, fixing things. And you talked about, like, dryads and blights and stuff and the tree of life. And, like, what if they were never lost, but they were corrupted?
How so?
I mean, why not just take it from that angle?
I mean, if they're corrupted, then I would want to purify them, of course. I mean, I want to get things back to a better state than where they are now. I guess step 1 is finding things that are better, and step 2 is making sure they stay better.
How would you purify, like, if you were tasked with purifying, like, say, a tree of life, like, how would you go about doing that?
That's a tall order. It's probably a bit beyond my capabilities, but I would expect that if such a thing as that does exist and it's been corrupted, then you would probably need several experienced mages or druids to counteract that, probably channeling an immense amount of mana into a purification ritual. That would probably have to be sustained until enough of the infection or the blighting effect is beaten back that it can take care of the rest on its own. It's a tall order, though.
Would that be how you would think you would do it?
I mean, if I had to do it, I think I would probably try to find a bigger fish than me to do it for me. There's a lot of forces in the world outside the clock tower that can do a lot of amazing things, but quite honestly, getting them to get off their asses and do it, I mean, technically, a lot of this would fall down to the dead apostles, wouldn't it? If they actually did their damn jobs.
Oh, that was spicy.
I mean,
So,
if they're
like,
the guardians of Gaia, then they should be able to fix this.
do you know some dead apostles then?
I mean, I've not met one, but they seem terrifying.
Okay, so he
I
hadn't
just know
met
that
one.
that's their job. That's what they're supposed to do.
God.
I mean, they're not all that bad, but
Have you met
I'm
one?
gonna insight, if I'm allowed,
Sure.
on whether or not he's actually met a dead apostle.
I would like to do that.
Okay,
too.
yeah.
You don't think so?
Well, yeah, she certainly never met a dead apostle.
I'm also
11.
gonna.
Do you know of... wow.
As far as any of you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
But
We're
you've
doing
never
great.
met dead apostles, but do you know of dead apostles?
I mean, I know
Yes.
the stories about them. Like, they apparently, like, the elementals of the earth is supposed to protect it, keep it alive, and all that. I mean, it's some of the stuff that came up, obviously, in my druidic studies, and then I've collaborated a bit of that. But corroborate, I don't know. Words are hard right now. But
Words are hard.
regardless, I just got the impression that their job, or at least what it was supposed to be before they went all bloodsucky vampire monsters, was to keep the planet safe. And as far as I can tell, temperatures are going up. Ozone layer's got a hole in it. War, famine, all that kind of
warning.
stuff still happening. Can't imagine they're doing too much. As far
Oh,
as
the
I'm
mana's
aware,
draining out of the world. Yeah.
Mana's draining out of the
Misrule.
world? What do you mean?
No.
And, I mean, you haven't been able to feel it?
I mean, I'm not going to pretend that the ley lines here are the best, but what do you mean mana's draining out of the world?
Mana's draining out of the world. Problem.
I mean, there's been a slow decline for some time in general as there's been less mystery. Are you talking about something more specific?
Nope. Not at all.
Yeah, it's more like, it's like you said, the world's getting hotter, the mana's getting worse.
Yeah, the planet is dying. You'd think they'd want to step in and do something about that.
You'd think.
As far as I'm aware, the only dead apostles that are actually operating openly are the one with the boat and the other ones that are doing the ridiculous big fancy monster games. They seem to be pretty distracted.
Big fancy monster games.
Just the rumors, like the ones that are out fighting one another, one-upping one another, doing crazy rituals. It's more urban legends, really, I suppose.
Wait. I'm so confused.
I mean,
Tell
there's
me about this urban legend.
20 or 30 of them or something, and as far as I can tell, half of them are often hiding or doing whatever, and the other half are hunting them down. The church has some of them, I want to say.
Wait,
They're just locked
church
up.
has some of what?
The church has dead apostles?
I mean, my understanding is that they've captured some of them in time, and they just have them locked up because they don't know how to kill them.
Oh.
And the only one you know for sure that's operating in the open is the one with the casino boat.
Yeah, that's he's not really subtle.
That's true. We're a bit familiar with him, so we know.
He's the only one that seems to actually interact with humans on the regular.
Penelope has started folding a napkin.
Dramatic.
Mostly because she's trying not to say anything.
That's a whole mood.
Can you tell us more about those monster games that they play, apparently?
I mean, I don't know too much about it. I just know that every now and then you hear about, a building blows up or burns down, or there's some horrible incident where, an entire family gets wiped out, and then on the surface and on the outside it sounds like, oh no, horrible tragedy or isolated incident or whatever, but if you pay attention to who these things are happening to, and if you're familiar that any of them are involved in the world of mages and whatnot, they're not all coincidences. They're deliberate acts, and it's not always the association, and it's not always the church doing it. Who else would have the kind of resources to pull things like that off? I think they're playing centuries-long chess games because they're bored.
That's just concerning in general.
If they're bored, maybe they shouldn't be playing chess. But that's just me.
I think they get a kick out of the idea that the pieces are alive.
So
That's not great.
So they're going around and taking out mage families.
I think they're going out and taking out each other's assets.
Huh.
It's no secret that they amass power over time, but the one that we all know about, he's taken over the entertainment industry for humans. So if you keep an eye out for what happens to his resources and you follow it back, it's not really my area of expertise, but I hear enough from the other groups when I work with them. You spend enough time on airplanes and, long trips into the jungle, people are going to talk and you hear about it. Did you hear about Mage Family? That Mage Family got, wiped out. They were doing work for Von Fem, and then before you know it, they're gone. Who else but another dead apostle would want to do that? I wouldn't want to piss off Von Fem.
Yeah, that sounds like a terrible idea. Who would want to do that?
Well, it counts as one of the more reasonable ones.
Penelope just steals a glance over at Johnny
She is. Annis is drinking some coffee.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Honestly, my understanding of them's a bit limited, but I want to say there's one of them who's just made of 100 animals or something. So that's weird.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
Also, his character design's hideous.
I don't know much about dead apostles myself. I've heard a rumor that one of them might be disguised as a tree. Or takes the form of a tree, at least. And this is really just like, I have got to know if this guy is actually Inosh or not.
That's fair. I think there's that one that like it's a tree. It's I think it was Inosh is its name. It's
That's
it's
right.
the one
Yep,
that spreads
that's the one.
seeds from time to time, and those seeds pop up and they destroy areas, and then they die out after they leave some fruit. I've been tasks in the past to go in and try to recover the leftovers from those, but typically the areas that they spawn in are just completely wiped out. There's not much to find. But yeah, I guess that one is a tree.
Slurp, slurp. Just gonna slurp some more.
Yep. Drinking coffee. Shoving a pastry in her face.
So,
I mean, I'd still tap that.
oh my god, no.
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 Gross.
Leslie Jordan passed away.
Just, you know, just slide all the monstery parts to the side. Yeah, I was just kind of like, not gonna mention anything at all right now. He's just like, just enjoying this smoothie. Delicious.
Well,
Like, oh wait, no, he will ask because he's just like, well, because he has or hasn't been able to go to his like little botany.
He said he's been to the workshop because he knew that someone went through his desk and took his stuff.
But he can't go to the classroom, is what it's like. Okay.
He can't go into like Clock Tower proper,
Gotcha.
past any of the bounded fields.
Yeah, because if you recall, the botany department is the one that has the weakest bounded field, since people can literally walk around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm still really interested in plants and like study and stuff. And I know you're not like a teacher, but you do research. So could I like, I don't know, could I just learn under you stuff about stuff you're searching?
I mean, are you looking for a job?
I've always wanted one.
I
no.
mean, I'm not really looking to hire right now, but it can keep you in mind if you've got a good resume. How much experience do you have with, mage botany? Are you a druid?
I like plants. I work more with like herbs and like medical plants. That count?
It's like pharmacology?
I don't know what the word would be for this. Like a healer?
He does holistic medicine.
Ah. Right. Well, I think you will probably, if you can get into the botany department, then you're welcome to drop by once they finish checking in on the ransacking of my greenhouse. You're welcome to walk by. Maybe we can give you a bit of an entrance test and see what you know.
Oh, is that the... I completely forgot the name of the park.
The Kew Gardens?
There we go. Oh, is that the greenhouse in the Kew Gardens? I go by there all the time when I'm walking my dog.
Yeah, that's where that's at. It's up on the hill.
Yep, that's the one. Nice greenhouse.
Nice to think so. Apparently somebody thought it was nice not to steal from.
Strange.
It's a bit rude.
What did they steal?
Some odds and ends. Like, I had a few scrolls tucked away just in case.
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, truth be told, so you remember how my plan was to have my simulacrum come help out if I needed it?
Yeah?
Well, I left it a scroll so that it could do that, because simulacrums are notoriously bad at casting their own spells.
Sorry, I'm not laughing in character. Which one did you send?
Annis shoves an entire pastry in her mouth.
Or yeah, which one did you leave behind for it?
It's a transport via plants and some others.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Yeah, I suppose that whoever took it could have very well used the scroll to leave if they wanted. Bit of a waste, but
They could have.
there's no telling at this point. I don't expect to get them back. It was more just the frustration of it all.
Were those the only things taken?
As far as I can tell.
Huh.
Didn't take any plants or anything? Must not have been... I mean, assuming you have rare plants in there anyway, must not have been people that know anything about plants, right?
Can't imagine. I mean, most of the stuff that I have in there is stuff that I've been growing for the sake of future cross-pollination. Like, I was hoping to eventually get, some blights and try that in an enclosed and safe environment. See what I could, graft against those, but I haven't actually got them, so it's just normal plants.
You think you can domesticate blights?
I don't know about domesticate, but I think if you were to cross them with the right other species, you could probably get something a bit less destructive out of them. The problem is that they overgrow their environment and destroy everything, but they're also quite resilient. I feel like if you could get some of their positive traits and mix in with other things, you might eventually have something that you could use to bring back other plants.
They don't really have a lot of positive traits.
It
Never
takes
really
every
thought
ounce
about
of his
blight
being.
that way. An interesting way of thinking.
Every
Well, they're
ounce
living
of his fiber
creatures.
to not just smack her and be like, they are very sweet.
I mean, you're not wrong that as they are by default, they're vicious little monsters. They attack people, they blend in with their environment, and then they creep in and destroy things. They wipe out ecosystems. Like, if a blight gets, a foothold in a forest, it will kill every tree there. But
I mean, they could
I
just
do
be
f-
very misunderstood creatures.
No, they're terrible.
they're
Wonder
called
where they
blights
come
for a
from.
reason.
I suppose they come from the same place all weird creatures like that come from.
My understanding is that they tend to come from corrupted trees. So, like, to your point earlier, I imagine if you were to corrupt a tree somehow, then it would inevitably shed blights or the equivalent.
Corrupt, like, what, with a curse or something?
Something like that, yeah. Like, it's a corruption, almost like a supernatural infection. It's part of why they spread so dangerously. Like, they corrupt the tree then sheds the blights, and then the blights themselves latch into the ley line and drain the mana dry, and then before you know it, an entire ecosystem is destroyed, and eventually they starve themselves out because they need so much to live. I was hoping I could take the resilience of them and use that to bring back other creatures that maybe don't need so much mana. But it's all hypothetical, of course. Like, I wanted to test this in a greenhouse so that if they did get too dangerous, they'd be isolated away from the environment. Like, my greenhouse has a bounded field, but it's meant to keep things in.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I suspect that
Like,
whoever...
legitimately, or?
Like, in and out of character.
Oh my god.
Gotta go.
I'm just gonna
BRB.
zoom out on the screen so that people watching can tell that yes, Iden is in the bathroom.
Don't judge me.
It's just like real life.
I feel like you should maybe put a blur filter.
No, not a blur filter.
They're doing... He's just trying his best, okay?
So, what the fuck? Not the fuck. What is going on?
Oh, where did this fog come from?
I don't know.
So weird.
There you go.
Oh no. Good enough.
Is it just in the
no.
bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I am sad to hear that some hooligans broke into your greenhouse and stole your things.
I'm sorry, just the various weather effects happening in the bathroom right now.
Super duper localized weather. Oh my god.
Oh no, the whole thing's underwater. Oh no.
I
Oh,
think
It's
goes
not
to the
getting
bathroom,
better.
trips balls. Ennis thinks about the scrolls that are literally in her bag of holding right now. No!
There's a blizzard, oh no. You're just having fun with that now, aren't you?
Now that I remember I can do this. I was expecting there to just be a blur, but I don't actually have something that just blurs.
Huh.
That's so weird.
There we go. Really old anime censorship.
Oh dear.
There you go. Completely censored.
I think
You're
he's
fine.
being abducted by aliens.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
There's a bright light coming from the bathroom. What the heck is Aiden doing?
He's
communicating
learning.
with his god.
Ah,
Oh no. You're not supposed to do that with the toilet.
It was a bit frowned upon.
A little bit.
you know that from personal experience, though, right?
Places
No,
to not
just from
summon the Lady
personal
of the
warning.
Lake.
Hmm.
Not that kind of lake.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a shame that the greenhouse got broken into.
As long as they get the whatever they need to sort out with it, then I'll be able to get back to work. I've got apparently a lot of catching up to do.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, listen. I know we just got here not that long ago. But we do have another meeting in a little bit. Could I meet up with you again later to discuss something with you?
No, so why not? It's not like it's got much to do while they're keeping me away from my research.
Yeah, who from policies are you dealing with anyway?
It's a bureaucracy. I feel like it's a different person every time. I'm not anyone's biggest priority, but let's see, the most recent one I've had to deal with was Arashino, purple-haired lady with glasses.
Yeah, that's who I thought you were going to say.
Oh no.
Well, she was the one who was originally there, but she seemed to get bored with me, so then she just assigned me over to this other guy. Also purple hair, oddly enough. I wonder if that's a thing with them.
Is his name Richard by any chance?
Wainwright, yeah, that'd be him.
Oh, I know him. I know him.
Oh, how's he doing?
For anyone who wanted to remember what he looks like.
Yeah.
It's a coincidence that purple hair is apparently a thing there, but whatever.
Looks like even more of a douche than I remember. Good old
Hey, that's not even
Richard.
his original art.
I know.
Yep. But
No, he
yeah,
seemed like a nice enough guy, I guess. I don't know. It's been frustrating. He seemed to be annoyed that he was tasked with taking care of this, but whatever. They break into my workshop, then gonna need somebody to look at it, or they're gonna need to get out and let me get back to work.
But yeah, it just I would trust him to take good care of you. But yeah, we'll meet up again. It's fine.
All right then, yeah. Like I'll be around, I suppose. Like, shouldn't be too hard to find me. I'm gonna be lurking around my workshop till they give me my space back.
Yeah, and just don't venture too close to any open flames.
I mean, that's generally good advice.
I mean, yeah. Think cool thoughts.
It was so nice to finally get to meet you and find out, unsurprisingly, that most of what I have heard has been overreactions and
I'm back and there's a hot person on the screen. What did I miss?
You've never met him.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Oh yeah.
Is this person in the room?
No.
He was being
He's the
alluded to.
guy that is most recently was put in charge of the Irvine simulacrum. He's a old friend of ours. I don't know if friend is the right word.
Friend is an okay word for it.
Yeah, acquaintance.
This is the like people that are like keeping him out of places.
Yeah, that's policies.
Policy. Oh, damn! I gotta go break some rules. I'm sorry, BRB.
No.
No. Richard puts the dick in. No, wait, no. Hold on.
No.
Yes.
I was supposed to say do not go down that road.
He is a douchebag.
And I love him even more.
He was pretty prejudiced against phantasmals, and then Penelope
changed his mind.
Some sense into him.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a lot of character growth over like a 48-hour period.
Yeah.
He's got the beautiful smirk, and I love him. He's like James from Team Rocket if he was actually evil.
We may or may not get the chance to meet him, although I don't know if Aiden will want to meet him.
I want to meet him. I don't know about Aiden.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Collection time.
You were the target audience for 80% of Picru.
Absolutely 100%. Oh, the bathroom is like blinded. What the fuck?
Oh, you missed all of that.
Why is it bright white?
I was joking. Privacy?
I
Oh,
was
thank
joking
you.
that we should put like a blur filter over you, Aiden, while he was using the bathroom, and
Remember
there's
the
not a
blur
blur
filter?
filter.
Oh, it's the white sensor bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our 90s anime Toonami censorship.
Beautiful.
It was also
There you go.
briefly raining and blizzarding and
Oh yeah, there were a bunch of effects going on.
yeah, but only in the bathroom. Fog. There was a
Beautiful.
There you
fog.
go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if the magical shit starts going down in the bathroom, I didn't just be like, oh, I think it's time to chug the other potion. Maybe this is a sign.
Oh no.
That was the joke. Aiden goes to the bathroom and trips balls.
Okay.
He's just like, is this what's supposed to happen in here?
Oh my god.
It's the soap dispenser just flinging out like snow, and he's just like, what do I do?
What's that one?
That is parchment.
Why would the soap dispenser be dispensing snow? It's not
I mean,
Snope.
To
Ugh.
be fair, it gives you that fluffy stuff. Unless it's just the pure liquid one.
Anyway.
Oh my
Oh
god.
shit. Oh shit.
Not again.
Anyway, we're wrapping up the conversation as you're leaving, I guess.
I come back to hear parts of it.
It was like, yeah, it's nice to meet you and find out, unsurprisingly, that most of what I've heard about you is hyperbole and blown out of proportion.
Yeah. She's gonna walk over beside Vivi and be like, Hither, it was lovely seeing you again.
You too, Ruby.
If you see your sister, tell her I said hello.
Okay, well, I haven't seen her in a bit, but if I do, I'll let you know. Or I'll let her know
Okay.
to look out for you.
Okay, cool. And do you still have that CD from that really cool pop idol that you know?
Oh yeah, I've got it right here.
Oh,
Do you want to hear it?
yeah, that would be great because I've never heard any of her music before.
Yeah, she hands you a burned CD.
What?
Oh,
Whoa.
hold up. Oh shit, the cafe phone is ringing. Hold on.
Oh no. That was the piracy
Oh
alarm.
shit.
Such drama.
Yes, nice to meet you, and Lord El-Melloi II. Nice to
Sorry,
see
we
you
ordered
again.
food.
Ooh, yum yum yum.
It's fair though.
But yeah, so I'll give this a why is it a burned CD?
You know, just in case anyone wanted a copy.
You know how I feel about burned CDs, Hither.
I know, that's why I made you one.
She's just gonna face palm and
You
pat
should really give
Vivi
it a
on the
listen.
shoulder. I should, yep. She's just like looks at her and then just like winks.
She
Like-
winks back.
Okay. She's like, all right, I'll give it a listen. Then you ready to go? Oh fuck, what was? Oh shit, I wrote down the name. Where is it?
Oh, she's not Scarlet
it was-
Pumpkin Tickle anymore.
No, Adriana Oakley. You ready to go, Adriana?
Sure, that sounds lovely.
Oh, yes,
Alright.
we've got that other meeting we have to go to.
You're
Yeah,
Coming.
remarkably busy
Um,
people.
we are. Yeah.
Just
Mr. El-Melloi, it was good seeing you again. Wait, no, not again. I just met you.
He looks at you through the glasses. It's nice seeing you again too.
Yeah.
Yes, it was good. It was good seeing you again, Mr. El-Melloi II.
And she like taps him on the shoulder and like gestures like she wants to whisper to him.
He leans down.
She's like, I'm gonna need more of those scrolls when you get a chance, just FYI.
I'll take that into advisement and have someone drop them off at the same place as before.
All right, cool. Thanks. You're the best.
Mhm.
And then she's just gonna casually step away.
So, like, quick question. Sir El-Melloi, sir. Are there classes that like one could drop in on fairly soon?
Are you looking to audit my class?
Yeah.
And
I had
will
some
you-
questions about
will
modern
you behave
magic.
yourself accordingly?
Oh, absolutely.
Will you be more subtle this time?
Well, I haven't taken your class before.
I'm interested in auditing as well. About how long are your classes?
That's a good question.
Typically, we go about 90 minutes a session.
Looks over to Anis.
But if
That's
you
gonna make that worse.
needed to go to the restroom in halfway through, that would be okay?
You're adults, you can do whatever you need to.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent. Yeah, I have a small bladder.
Yep, this one. He's just thirsty all the time and just goes to the restroom a lot.
Yep, totally. Yep.
I feel like he has the appropriate token for this.
Just the like,
Conduct yourself
and then-
accordingly.
And then, Sir Irvine, do you have like I don't know, like if you're not working in your greenhouse, is there like a place that you stay that one could like learn lessons? Well, not lessons, like talk to you from?
I'll be
Unless you
around.
live?
I'll be there just to, if you really want to find me, make an appointment with botany and it'll get it on my schedule.
How do I make an appointment with botany?
I'll
Just, like,
show
walk up to
you.
somebody?
I'll show you, Sonny.
Okay.
you good?
We brought drinks too.
Yes.
Well, do you happen to have like I don't know, say like a class open like tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow I have a few classes, but they're possibly a bit above your experience level. You're
What about
welcome to join, but
tutoring?
you may or may not get a full experience out of it.
Oh, I think what he's asking is if you have office hours outside
Yeah,
of your classes.
that's the word.
Ah. Yes, I'll have some time if you wish to drop by my classroom after the class. Just come by at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
1 p.m. tomorrow. Okay. Excellent. Okay, thank you. And then I will make an appointment. And hopefully see you again, Mr. Sir Irvine.
Right, you too as well. Interesting fellow.
You too, interesting fellow.
Yeah,
And
he's doing that freshman thing where he's trying out a lot of different things to see what he's good at. You know.
Oh, I definitely understand that. I mean, I spent years of my life trying to just be a druid.
same. And it's just aggressively just across the
Well,
table.
They don't really train very many new druids now.
It's unfortunate. There's a
Kinda
lot
have
of
to be
things to be
born
had
into
there.
it.
It's just a bit, like you've got to be comfortable pulling in new information too.
Exactly.
It was
Honestly,
nice
I think
meeting
they'll probably
you,
have
Miss
an easier
Heather.
time getting younger druids if they stop being so fussy about whether or not they're walking around with metal in a world of phones.
Right? Yes, exactly. Okay, well, gotta go off to our appointment. Come on, Sonny.
Oh, okay. Bye, Miss Hither. Bye, Mr. El-Melloi II. Bye, Mr. Irvine. Oh, do you want a candy?
No, I'm good, but thank you. I think there's enough pastries here that I should be covered for a bit.
That's fair. Whee.
Let's go. Come on.
Oh, I'm following. I went the wrong
As
way.
you're shuffling away, you can overhear El-Melloi leaning over to him and being like, "So we've got to talk about a few things before you wander too far."
To who?
To
To Irvine.
Irvine. Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's gonna be getting the talk.
Do I need to roll anything to be able to see Gray?
Nope, she's there.
Oh, okay, so we catch him saying that?
You just hear
As we're
that he's
walking
starting to
around.
talk to Irvine as you're walking away.
Yeah.
Like, he's not gonna let him wander himself into an anti-magic field and die.
Ah, okay, so he's
So,
doing that talk.
Elroy obviously picked up on the fact that they picked up what we were putting down with the simulacrum thing.
Yeah.
I figured he's smart.
Yeah, he has special glasses that make these things easier too.
That too.
I appreciate the fact that Waver sucks at magecraft, but well, no, he sucks at having mana, but he's very good at using tools.
So we do see
You can all
Gray?
see Gray. She's just sort of stationed near the door.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Gray.
Oh, hello. Is it Sunny, was it?
Yeah. How do you do today?
All right, just sitting over here while the teacher talks to strange people, as he usually does.
That's fair.
Possibly a strange question. Do you know if Lord El-Melloi II has a favorite kind of coffee or tea? He's been a big help to us, so I kind of want to get him something.
Oh, he's very specific about his favorites. He's got... If you really want to get on his good side, he can get you some things. Hold on one second. And she pulls out what you can see as a shopping list, and she transcribes some of the things from it to another piece of paper that she can hand to you. If you're looking, these are his favorites.
Thank you so much.
You're amazing. Yes.
There's a craft essence for his favorite alcohol, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Is the whole list just a bunch of booze, or is there some actual like coffee and tea on there?
Oh no, there's coffee, there's tea, and there's cigars.
Yeah, that sounds about right too.
Look, he got some city miles on him, keeping in mind that this is him at age 29.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, BRB.
But yeah, so that's it for this scene.
Yeah, pretty
Unless
much.
anyone has anything they want to do? Like, do we want to just make this the easy pausing point for here? It's a little short, but it might be easier than starting the next thing unless there's something specifically that you guys want to do next.
What would be the next thing?
I mean, the next thing is probably a time jump.
Oh, to the boat?
Well, I know that some of you have just made plans for the next day, so presumably there's some of that.
That's fair, yeah.
It would probably be to Tuesday afternoon between VV party stuff and Penelope's meeting up with the representative from the boat that night. You guys might be crashing Lord El-Melloi. Some of those we might just do separate as well, depending on who's going to what. So
Annis needs to go buy some pineapples.
Delicious.
And potion ingredients.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most of the stuff that we have for the Tuesday would actually be side things that we can do. Because, honestly, I feel like if we don't do a bunch of side stuff, we could probably skip ahead to the boat stuff.
Yeah, because I don't think we would
spend
all... I don't think we would all go with Penelope to meet the representative.
Right.
No. I definitely have side stuff because it's like he's got to go back and go to botany anyways, and deal with Shalara again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he
I
definitely
guess
wants to
everyone come up with what you want your characters to do in game world between Monday afternoon and let's say Thursday, and we'll compare that list in the chat and determine what we want to do in a session versus on the side, because I think most of you are doing independent things at this point.
I mean, Annis would probably go with Sunny for any clock tower stuff, just to make sure he
Yeah.
doesn't get into too much trouble.
Yeah. You're kind of just in information gathering mode right now, so you can do that at whatever pace makes sense. But I think we'll have fun times when you actually get to the boat, because then I get to throw more character art at you.
Woo!
Hooray!
You get to meet people. Not as many as the Lupin party, but you get to meet people.
I'm excited.
Yay!
Hurrah. It's like, I kind of want to show you art now, but it's more fun if you actually meet them. Whoa.
Jesus.
That's a lot of
What
dice.
did you roll? What did you do?
20d20.
Oh, jeez.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think this is the good pausing point then. And then we'll just sort that out and we will pick it up next time. And I am off of work next Monday, so
Woo-woo.
flexibility.
I will be back at work.
Oh, next Monday's Halloween, so I actually do work that day, but it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll sort it out. Oh, that's right. Everyone dress up for our not video podcast.
Yeah. I totally will be. In my saber line Kikugen.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess I forgot that Halloween's on a Monday. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm not gonna lie.
Look, between COVID and leap year, we missed out on weekend Halloween pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate.
If I remember correctly, in 2020 it was on a Saturday and there was a full moon.
Yeah, 2020 was set up to be the best Halloween ever because it was a full moon and Halloween and daylight saving was ending. So it was going to be the 25-hour Halloween.
And then
the COVID nation attacked.
And then everything was terrible.
It's okay. There will be plenty of Halloweens.
We'll get Halloween on a weekend in like 2026 or something. Let's see.
daylight savings ends on November 6th, so that's anyway.
Anyway.
I mean, for what it's worth, it might be one of the last times we do it.
What?
But yeah, so we'll sort stuff out.
Oh, that's true.
Then next time we'll just jump in, and depending on how much stuff we do on the side, it might just be a quick VV birthday party and then time skip forward, or it might be all kinds of other stuff. I'm letting you guys decide how you want to do that.
Yeah, I already know what I'm gonna say, so I'm just gonna drop it in the chat in a second.
Okay.
So cool.
VV birthday party. Woo 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 woo.
Who knows where we'll pick up next week?
Yeah, that'll be the true mystery. So I guess anyone watching, find out.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm not at the VV birthday, I'm gonna be very upset. That's a must-have.
Just go to a Dairy Queen.
Oh my
No.
God. I mean, she do be a queen.
Do they have Dairy Queens in England? I have no idea.
That's a good question.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The answer is no, they do not. Well, now we know. Alrighty. Well, I guess short session, but information. Cool.
Yeah.
Good night, internet.
Good night, internet stream.
Woo!